Hey there folks, thanks for tuning in for another video review. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded anything to my channel, but with the new year and of course COVID and just everything going on, life has been kind of hectic. But I finally got in my new and latest Beskar Ingot prop replica from the hit Disney Plus Star Wars series, The Mandalorian. This actually came from OXR Creations in Germany, and I ordered this back in, I believe, November. And given the insane shipping times and shipping issues around the world, I just got it in the third week of February, almost to March. And has nothing to do with the shipping from OXR. There have been, like I said, shipping issues all around the world. And it seemed like America was kind of getting, at least the West Coast of America has been getting these shipments in the last couple of weeks. So, and of course, tracking isn't always updated, so it's been just a mess, but I always checked in and they have great communication and they were always updating and making sure you're well treated and letting everyone know what's going on with the situation with shipping or at least with the batch orders. So what's special about this ingot that is different from all the other ingots you see behind it, which I do have videos of in the past, and I'll put all those links down below so you can see all the differences. This is the only one in my collection that is made of actual metal. It is made from aluminum, and it actually has that realistic, not only the weight and the size, but that design too. That's something that has kept me away from spending more money on these ingots, because even whether it's 3D printed or resin cast or hand carved or forged in metal, it's been so hard to find anything that is legitimately, or at least closely designed to and made to resemble what we see on screen. And as you can see from the ones in the past, there is a huge variation, not only in size and shape, but even in the design. And sometimes, artists have to come up with their own design because we don't really have like a file or artistic design from what we see in the show, but you can see how much of a drastic difference there are. And even in the past pieces, I had my favorites and not so favorites, but I'm gonna definitely have my new favorite. But I'm definitely going to have my new favorite with this aluminum cast ingot. So first and foremost, let me get a few measurements and I'll compare it to some of my favorites from the past set that I have. I have my handy dandy scale right here. So right now it's on ounces. And this comes in just over 6 ounces. And from the past, I think the heaviest one was this one. So just to compare, that one was almost half the weight. So double the weight, you can really feel the difference in your hand. And then I'll do it in grams also, just so people can see the difference. It's 173. Yesterday it was showing 174. There we go, 174 grams, as opposed to this one being 106 grams. And I think this one might be the next heaviest. Not even 80 grams. So you can definitely see the difference in weights there. And let me get some measurements here. This one stands at about 4¼ inches tall. About a little less than 2¼ inches wide. And the thickness is just under ½ an inch. Let me go ahead and use the other side just to make it easier. We've got about just under 10 millimeters here. We've got about 105 milliliters in height and about 52 or 3 millimeters wide. So we haven't really had anything to tell us how big the actual prop replica is from the show, but this kind of seems about right. I mean, it is hard because the other ones have been pretty close in size. This one's a little bit more short and square. Actually, they're about the same size, but it might be a little bit wider, just barely. And of course, the thickness too, you can see how thin and thick some of these are. And I can't remember where I got this one from, but this was just a giant hollow plastic bar that is way too big and way too thick. And I can't remember who I got this from. Again, my other videos will show it, but yeah, this wasn't a great pickup. And as you can see, the design, you can barely see the design here. The logo or the Empire symbol is stamped well, but everything else is just flat. Nothing, at least they got these bars right. And that's something I mentioned when I first shared this. A lot of creators didn't get this right, that the Empire symbol is on the bottom right. And then these bars of whatever design they are on the middle top on the back side. I think it was this one where they did it on the same side, and I was so upset about this one because these weren't even finished pieces. They came, like, even the designs are completely different, not even relatively close. They didn't pay attention to that. I think this one, yeah, this one got it right. This one got it right, and this one was just too deep and a little bit awkward in the back. This one didn't even have the bars in the back. It just had the Empire symbol again. And this one, yeah, this one got it right. So I think there was one more I got rid of and either sold or gave it away that it was off as well. But even just look at the color and the glossiness of it. It's not too shiny, which is great. It looks fantastic. It's just right to let you know that it's still metal, and the design, the waves flow all throughout. I love that, how they all connect with each other. That's such a huge attention to detail. And the back is just fantastic, and you can even see all the lines. So it looks like they designed everything and then pressed in these parts in the back. Everything is just fantastic on this piece. This really is my favorite ingot now, and if I had known, of course I was wary because it came out to almost $100 US. If I had known it's going to be this amazing, I would have picked up at least another one just to have two. Maybe I'll pick up two more and have them like stacked up on each other, and then the third one standing like that. And I will say, I think these two might be the closest in detail. This one, a little bit shinier and brighter color-wise, and just, you know, thinner and a little bit bigger. And it is hard. I think these really are the most screen accurate in size as well. They fit in the hand just perfect. And this one too, I think this one was a little bit too thick, but just about the same height. And this one was just more flat and darker tone. And of course the waves don't get shown. All the detail kind of stops on barely on the side. So that was disappointing to not have anything. And even, yeah, the sides are carved in, but the top is just, yeah, it is carved in too, just very subtle. I think this one had, yeah, this one had all the designs going on the back as well. But yeah, OXR Creations from Germany, I highly recommend them. They would do a lot of work on lightsabers and other props as well. I believe, I'm not entirely sure, I believe they are associated with KR Sabers, but correct me if I'm wrong, because I know they do share a lot of similar posts and lightsaber designs and builds and installs, but this one is absolutely fantastic, a true gem of a prop replica, and something that in hindsight is rather simple, but there's still so much detail that you need to pay attention to get it right. And I'm incredibly happy with this piece. Thank you, OXR Creations, for that. I will leave their links down below. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section as well. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the next video.